What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Sports Talk with Moaz. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. So we have game 2 of the NBA Finals today. The Warriors are down 0-1. I think this is a must-win game for the Warriors at this point. You can't go down 0-2, and let me let you guys know about my prediction and some of the adjustments that I think the Warriors are going to make. From my standpoint, right, I think the Warriors are going to have to play GP2, and obviously he hasn't played since he's fractured his elbow against the Grizzlies, but I've seen reports out there that GP2 has been telling Steve Kerr he's ready last game, and then there's nothing really holding him back. So I think, instead of Jordan Poole, I think GP2's defense is a little bit more important. Obviously, Jordan Poole is going to have to score because he wasn't good and he needs to be better, but I think the Warriors are going to make a switch where they put GP2 out there. I think his defense is something that's going to be, an X factor in this game, and I think, the Warriors are going to use him as a weapon. And he's a good shooter, obviously, with his elbow. Like, he's a decent shooter, right? He can hit a wide open three and hit cuts to the lane. And if he's healthy, I think he provides an offensive threat in a different way for most of the other guys on this team. So I think that's one of the big takeaways. I think GP2 is going to be in this game and being a defensive presence, and hopefully he brings that energy for the rest of the team. Another adjustment is, last game we saw that the Celtics had a lot of wide open looks, and I'm not sure if that was part of the game plan. They were just letting the shooters shoot, but I think what the Warriors are going to do in this game is they're going to let Jason Tatum get his and make sure they close out on all of the other guys. So basically not let the other guys beat them, let the star beat them. I think the Warriors have used a similar strategy when they used to play the Rockets, so they're going to try to employ something of that sort, in my opinion. I think one thing that's for sure is that Steph Curry is definitely the best player in this series. I don't think that Tatum is just there yet. Steph has the experience, and I still think he's better even at age 34, but the Celtics have the two of the top three guys in this series. So I think it goes Steph Curry, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum. Those are the top three. Jason Tatum's number 2. So that's one thing, right? But I think the Warriors, they're going to come out. They're going to win this game. I don't think this game is going to be a blowout of any sort. I think it's going to come down to the wire, but I think after that last fourth quarter that the Warriors have, they're not going to, let another game slip, because they know it's pretty desperate at this point to win game 2 after you lose game 1 at home, because you don't want to go back to Boston 0-2 and, have 2 games on the road, which, Boston probably wins at least 1, and then you're down 3-1. So this is a must-win game for the Warriors, in my opinion, guys. And I do think they'll win, but it's gonna be battle tested. The Celtics are a great team. They're well coached. They play great defense, and I do expect, they don't have these just no names, sort of like the Mavericks. I'm not saying the Mavericks had no names, but the guys on their team are all vets and good guys. Marcus Smart, Al Horford, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. That's already 4 guys that are really good players, solid, above average NBA players, in my opinion. So another thing is, I think Steph Curry is going to continue to have a big game. I think Klay Thompson is going to start to show up in this series more. Usually these last few series, Klay's had maybe 1 or 2 great games, but I think in this series moving forward, my prediction, I just think Klay Thompson's going to show up. Maybe I'm being a homer, but I think Klay senses the urgency, and he's going to have to bring his best ball moving forward. I think Jordan Poole's going to have to play better. Draymond's going to have to play better. Obviously, Draymond caught a lot of slack from me, myself, and others, but I think Draymond is going to have one of those bounce-back games, elite games, in my opinion. So, this will be an exciting game. I think that I'm excited to see the adjustments that Steve Kerr and his staff make, because this is something that the Warriors do quite often. They have a feel-out game, and then they adjust. That's what they're great for. Steve Kerr is a great head coach, maybe the best coach in the NBA, so I expect them to have adjustments, and I expect Boston to have adjustments too. Their defense is not going to go away. Steph Curry's going to get maybe close to 30 points again, but I think he has to be a little bit more impactful in the second half, because he scored 21 in the first quarter, and then he basically had a good first quarter and third quarter in the game 1, and I think being the best player in the series and being a an MVP type level, the guys that we put him up there with, he has to be consistently great throughout the game. But obviously his teammates have to do well too. So we'll see how this game goes. Steph is going to be great. He has to be a little bit better, in my opinion. But the team is what matters more. They need to be more better than Steph Curry. Steph Curry plays something similar to game 1 and the team steps up, I think they'll win, guys. So, that's my prediction for game 2. I think the Warriors win game 2. The series gets tied 1-1, and I think the Warriors will probably go back to Boston, and split, but I'll make a prediction after this game just to see how it goes. Okay, guys, let me know what you guys think of this game. What's your prediction for game 2, and how do you see this rest of the series play out? Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share, and thanks for watching. SportsMoaaz out.